Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Manal, Ayesh, and today our presentation is going to be about handling anxiety during standardized testing. Today, our presentation is going to cover what is test anxiety, the Michigan State tests, what are they? Also, why does test anxiety happen in our children? Also, symptoms of test anxiety, strategies for parents before, during, and after the test, and when to seek professional help. Also, how can we promote emotional well being? And you will find the resources as well. So, why should we know about test anxiety? State exams are important, especially now in spring and during the school year, of course. It is very important that the kids and the students go through the testings, but they can trigger stress for the children, for our children, and for us as parents as well. Standardized exams can cause a student to feel that they fail if they do not get the grades that they were expecting or the scores that they were expecting and that's needed from them. This presentation will provide strategies to help children manage test anxiety, and also it will give strategies for us as parents to help our kids through this testing time. Also, to focus on supporting mental health during the testing period. So, what are the standardized exams? What standardized exams does Michigan require in the schools? We have the MSTEP, the SAT, the WIDA. So, the MSTEP is the Michigan Student Test of Educational Progress, or the MSTEP is a computer-based assessment designed to gauge how well students are mastering state standards. The SAT is a standardized test widely used for college admissions in the United States. The WIDA, these are federally required assessments for students who are learning English in Michigan. They measure the students' English proficiency in listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So, what is test anxiety? It's a psychological response to test situation. Children worry or have a physical discomfort and difficulty concentrating. Also, it can lead to underperformance despite their ability to perform better. What are the symptoms of test anxiety? We have emotional symptoms, which can include depression, low self esteem, anger, hopelessness and helplessness, frustration, and fear. Also, there are some physical symptoms of the test anxiety. Um, the students can experience blurred vision, flushed cheeks, dry mouth, shaky hands, sweaty feet, also headaches, echoing sounds, sweaty palms, shortness in their breath, or their breathing. Also, their heart will beat faster. Um, their tummy, they will feel nauseous. Also, sometimes they will experience stiffness in legs. Why does test anxiety happen? The most common one, or like the one that the first thing we think of, is they fear of failure, or they don't want to disappoint us as parents. They don't want to disappoint their loved ones. Or sometimes we're expecting too much from them. They feel pressured that they have to perform very well so they do not disappoint us. Sometimes because of a negative past experience with tests. For example, if they failed a test before or they did not get the required score from them, so that's a bad experience. That's why they will feel anxious that they don't want it to happen again. Also, high stakes attached to the outcome. For example, us as parents, we will tell them, if you do not score very well this time, you will not be able to hang out with your friends. You will not be able to play the game that you want or play, for example, like video games. You will not be able to spend that much time in playing. Your timing will be reduced, and you have to um, read more, study more, and spend more time on studying. So, what are the strategies for parents before the test? Create a calming bedtime routine. It's very important that they sleep early, a night before the testing. Also, positive reinforcements. Uh, so we have to praise the effort, not just the result. We have to say, okay, you guys, you did great, you studied good, you're doing good. So it doesn't matter what grade you get, you have to know that you tried your best. This is how we praise the effort, not what they're gonna have. Not like, do not depend only on the result, just like us as parents and them as students and children, we know that they tried their best. Also, practice relaxation techniques. So, for example, like deep breathing, mindfulness during before the test. Like if they feel anxious, like a day before, a night before, or even like on the day of the test before they take the test. We tell them, like, if you guys feel anxious during, like, before taking that test, just make sure to take a deep breath. Ask the teacher that you guys want to go, like, take a break, go outside, just to take a deep breath, practice mindfulness, or even like in the class. Also, provide a healthy breakfast. So that's very important, like in the morning, for them to eat a healthy breakfast, not a sugary one, because that might make them like so hypered, or will not give them like the right and needed nutrients. But it has to be a healthy breakfast that's filling for them, um, so they have enough energy for that test. Also, normalize experience. Um, Tell them that it's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to be nervous. Just anytime like you feel that, just take a deep breath, take a break, and you will be okay. So, strategies for parents during the test. We have to encourage positive self-talk. We have to practice the affirmation with our kids in the morning. We tell them, okay, remember, you can do this. Okay, you can do your best. Always let them say it to themselves. I can do my best. I will do my best. Okay. Also remind them to take a break if possible. If, for example, if they're doing the test, they do not remember what the question or the answer is. Tell them, okay, just take a deep breath, take a break. You got this. You got this. You can skip to the next question and go back to that question. Um, it's just sometimes a break is needed. Also, stay calm and focused, uh, especially if they do not know the answer of the question. Tell them, do not get frustrated, do not get anxious, do not get stressed out. It's okay. We can move on and then get back to that test, as we just mentioned. um, the most important thing is that they stay calm and focus. And anytime like that, they start thinking, oh, I this is getting out of control, I can't do this. No, remind yourself, you got this. You can do your best. Strategies for parents after the test. It's very important to validate the feelings. It's okay to feel anxious. We tell our kids, it's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel that way. Just remember, You did your best on that test. You did your best in studying. You studied. That was your that what was required from you as a student. You have to study. You have to review the notes. Keep up, like stay focused, like with the teacher, with all the information, and then you go get the test done. So that's what required from you. So don't make them feel like they are overwhelmed, or do not overwhelm them with oh, you have to go study, you have to like spend like 3 hours on studying or 5 hours on studying, no TV, no. Keep it very calm. Keep like just try to make it as easy as possible for them. Also focus on the effort, not the outcome. Again, we tell them like, you guys, you tried your best. You answered all the questions that you were able to answer. That's what you learned. So now let's see, whatever you did, and now we're gonna wait for the result. No matter what the result is, you tried your best. That's very important, to focus on the effort, not the outcome. Check in emotionally with your child. So every time you after the test, so how are you feeling? It's okay. It's normal to feel a little bit anxious afterwards, a little bit anxious. But if the anxiety does still like um, keep stays like with us or with our children after, for like it will like become more like into panic attacks and those things. That's when help is needed, and we will see this in the upcoming slides. It's very important to promote emotional well-being, encourage physical activities, because that will help reduce stress. For example, um, go out for a walk with your kids. Um, Go play a game that they like, that's after the testing. Um, any activity that you and your kids like, or any activity that our kids like, we ask them like, okay, how about we go take a break now? How about we go celebrate our effort or your effort in studying? Also, foster open communication. Let the children share their worries. Okay, so what are you worrying about? What was the most difficult thing that happened, or the most difficult question that you had in the test? Let them share what worries them the most. Also, be a role model. Show how to cope with stress. For example, like we can't ask them to um, stay calm during the test, or stay calm when they're studying, when like it's time for the testing, or during the time for the testing, the atmosphere in the house or in the home is actually very stressful. Like with okay, it's time for testing. No TV, no video games, no calls, no phone calls. No one's allowed to call us. Some people they do that, or some parents they do that. This puts more stress um, on our kids' shoulders. They will say, okay, so we don't like this time, we don't like the testing, we're not going to do good. That's why we should make it like um, the least stressful um, as possible. So that's how you show how to cope with stress as a parent. So because our children, they copy what we do. If they see us stressed out, they will be stressed out. So when to seek professional help? um, when anxiety is very severe, and it affects our daily life. For example, if it turns into panic attacks, or they avoid going to school, or they avoid sitting with us as family, or with their parents, with their siblings, um, we need to seek professional help. Or the ongoing symptoms after the testing period. So they were anxious during the testing, and after the testing, they're still like day after day, they're worried all the time. Um, they're afraid all the time. Some students or some kids, they will like wake up in the middle of the night. They're getting like nightmares that they failed the test. That's when like we have to relax them, talk to them, and also if it's like more severe, then we ask them to go talk to the school counselor or a therapist that can help them. In conclusion, the test anxiety is common, but it's manageable. We just have to focus on the strategies to support mental well-being. Also, we have to encourage the effort over the perfection. As our children, they are already perfect. Each person is perfect just the way he is or she is. Um, it's just it's okay what grade they get. It's okay what score they get. It's school. That's why there's a school for them to learn from their mistakes. So do not expect like that they have to get like a perfect score, because as we know, in the household or in one home, you can have a child that he's an A, like straight A student, and the other child is like he's trying, even though they might look at the brother or the sister, and they want to try to be like them, but it's just their ability is not the same. Okay, so we have to encourage the effort over the perfection. Um, don't tell them, oh, you have to get a full grade. You have to be a straight A student. For example, like if they're like, especially like if in the past they did not get a good grade, you tell them, oh, this time you're gonna, I don't know how, but you have to get that A or that straight A. It does not work like that. You just encourage them to try their best. That's the most important thing. And as we said, or as I mentioned, the schools are there to for our kids to learn, not just to be perfect. Okay, so also here we have the resources, and that's all. Thank you so much, and you guys have a great day.
HES Academies have been serving the Detroit metro area for over 23 years, promoting academic excellence, leadership, and cultural diversity, ranking as some of the top schools in the state of Michigan. Our pre-K through 12th grade students enjoy tuition-free, state-accredited education by STEM certified and highly qualified staff with no geographical restrictions, and with advanced placement, college dual enrollment, scholarship, and Arabic language programs. Nor International Academy in Sterling Heights at niapsa.org, Star International Academy in Dearborn Heights and in Canton at starpsa.org, Universal Academy in Detroit at universalpsa.org, and Universal Learning Academy in Westland at ulapsa.org. Join HES Academies today and enjoy a free Chromebook for every enrolled student.